So yeah, after no. So after he went inside with this girl and his family, and me and my mom and my sister already left. So I was unaware to all this stuff until it hit me all at once, really and truly. And it happened on social media. He didn't have the balls to tell me that this was going on while he was, still with me. With me. He kissed this girl, was all up on this girl, taking pictures with this girl and everything when me and my mom and my sister left, and him and his family were inside the cafeteria getting his papers. So I'm thinking, so what if I didn't leave early? What if I went and kissed this boy? And how do I know that he wasn't kissing her while they were in school and then coming back and kissing me? And what if I would have stayed and I would have went and kissed this boy? What if this girl would have tried to attack me for kissing him or something like that? Or what if, in general, what if I just, like, were to beat his ass, like, right there, like, for doing this, and, like, what if, I went and kissed him and the girl was like, like, what are you doing? Like, this is my guy or something like that. And I'm pretty sure that everything would have just boiled over. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure I would have ended up putting my hands on him because I know myself, and I know that bout of rage would have came out in me, and I know it wouldn't have been the right thing to do, but it would have been he did this, and like what would you expect to happen? Okay, that's what it is. And so even after that, I didn't know anything about this. This is all this that I'm telling y'all was just revealed to me way after, like, and what to say? Oh, even after that, we had went somewhere with I think to the pool in his cousin's neighborhood. He kissed me that day too, even though he had just kissed that girl a couple of days prior to me. He started a relationship with this girl and didn't even say anything to me. And I found out through social media again. We had an argument about that, and I still agreed to be in his life, even though it really hurt me. And now I see now where I shouldn't have been so passive about it, that I should have been aggressive. I should have cussed him out. I should have ended things there with him. And so we agreed to be friends or whatever, and it hurt to see, like, him put pictures of her on his Instagram and stuff like that. And, to know that pictures of him and her were on her Instagram as well. So as that, like, summer progressed on, they were only together for, like, barely a month and a half, and they broke up because I don't know if he said that she was too irritable, and they argued all the time. They were on the phone, and it would be for no reason. So they broke up, and I still took him back after that, and I was still dealing with him, and yeah, which I shouldn't have. And but this time I didn't attach myself to him. Like, I kept my emotions, like, reserved. And I never told him I loved him during this time. I didn't even kiss him, honestly, because I couldn't. And it was even hard to have sex with him because it's like, I know you had sex with her, and he told me that he did. And so it's hard for me to want to lay with him because it's like, ew, you laid with her, and I don't want that, like, and I just kept my feelings reserved from him the whole time. And then, like, he went and said the same crap to me in September that he told me in January, and I didn't believe it. So I just, left it alone. I still kept myself open and kept my options open. And I started talking to this guy that following year, January 2014. And that was another mess too. I let him out of my life too because he lied, and he initiated this guy. This is another guy. He initiated a relationship with me while he was still in a relationship with somebody else, which caused a whole bunch of problems and drama and unnecessary childish behavior. So I just left that alone. But this guy that I'm talking about, that I've been talking about, he got mad at that, and even, you think that would show him, like, you shouldn't have let her go. You should have been more serious with her and stuff like that. And even after me and that guy broke up, I guess we continued on with our stuff, and still, like, I didn't get no relationship from him. And so everything was just festering, and until June of last year, I think June or July, early part of July, no, late June of last year, I just let everything out on him. And it wasn't even, I didn't even call him and tell him. It was just a text message. It just set me off, because even that May of last year, it was at his sister's graduation. This is not when I did that whole letting off thing, though. He got pressured into saying that I'm his girlfriend by his sister's aunts. And while we were at the table, they asked him if I was his girlfriend. And I shook my head no, and this idiot said yes. And so I'm just like, what? Because I thought, my stupid ass thought that he was being for real this time. And so, like, I just went with it. I shouldn't have. Because then 3 days later, he took it back. And so that was really what took me from, like, here to here. And that's when I did all that stuff in June. I just let it go. It was a whole bunch of text messages. Like, I just didn't want him in my life anymore, anything like that, because it was just too much. And this whole time, all of this made me gain weight, lose weight. I was so depressed, and what made me really even more depressed with that was the thing with his ex-girlfriend, who was pregnant by another dude. He really thought about not being with me and being with her, even though she's with somebody else and she's pregnant with his child. And that hurt me right there. And that caused all of this caused me to, gain weight, lose weight. I was severely depressed. I couldn't enjoy, my summer after graduating from high school. I try not to cry, but I cried a lot, more than I should have. And what I know now is, instead of being so soft and, moldable and to this whole situation, and instead of doing so much crying, I should have been doing yelling. I should have been putting my foot down and, not accepting that type of behavior. But still, if a person tells you that they love you, I don't know, like, that's just what really messed with me, because he did still tell me that he loved me. But now I see I was the one who was showing it more. A whole lot more. And right now, what I'm just feeling, I want to cry. And I feel it welling up in my eyes. And I feel angry. I know I feel angry. But all of that, just all of that. Like, I know I can't remember every single detail, but I feel every single detail. And it just hurt. It sucked so bad. Like, it made no sense as to why I put myself through this. But if you're a good person and you see that somebody loves you and you go ahead and you put them through this, then you're not a good person, and you don't really love that person at all. This whole time, to me, all that he did was just a plot of revenge. And he got his revenge. And so I just stopped talking to him. And then it was the earlier part of July of last year. He texted me, and the same girl that he was going out with during that patch during the summer, she does not like me at all. And it's really for no reason. She came snooping on my Instagram page for no reason. She hates me for no reason. And she's very cliche. And she's one of those girls that be like, oh, I don't hate nobody. If somebody got beef with me, then they got beef with themselves. You know, it's cliche, stupid shit like that. And she made up a lie. She has lied on me multiple times. And so has the other girl too. But I don't even really care. But she told him that I was trying to follow her on social media sites and that I added her as a friend on Facebook, which I didn't. She added me as a friend on Facebook, and stupid me thought that this girl was trying to be civilized, and I should have realized, no, she's not trying to be civilized at all. That's just not her character. She's spiteful and bitter. That's all that she is. Because the other ex did the same thing too, just spiteful and bitter and want to be nosy and try to cause problems and stuff like that and lie on me. Which I never lied on these girls. Anything that I know about these girls is because all that he told me. Like the same girl that went and added me on Facebook, I know every last secret about her, and it's only through him that I know it. So yeah, and so he texted me, and I guess he believed her. That's what that's what made me mad even more too. And he was saying, I don't know why you're trying to be childish like this and adding her and following her, trying to stalk her and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm just here like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm over here. I was taking a summer class. I didn't have time to do any of this. And even so, even if I had the time, that's not me. This is not how my mind works. That's not how I get down. That's just not me. And he believed her and he started arguing with me and stuff like that. And I just let him, I don't care. I just left it alone. And he told me that I spoke to him recently because I ride the MARTA here in Georgia. And we catch the same bus because he lives right down the street from me. So, and I didn't he told me that since the summer he has seen me, I think like 5 times on the MARTA bus, but I did not recognize him because he had dreads and he cut them off. So I did not recognize him at all. And he recognized me. And so when he talked to me the other day, when he texted me after he had gotten off the bus, well, after I've gotten off the bus, he told me that he seen me and he was afraid to come up to me on the MARTA bus since all the time that he saw me because he didn't know what I might do. And witchingly, I know what I would have done. I would have ignored him. But this specific time when he decided to text me, I was standing up because there was no more seats, and he told me that he was going to push me off the bus with him, and witchingly, if he would have did that, I did not recognize him, so that would have made it worse. So I would have started beating on him, and then I think once I recognized who it was, I would have even beat on him harder. So yeah, and so we just had this big discussion and everything, and I talked to him last week, and I don't know why he thinks that, that we could be friends now or something like that, because he said that he tried to text me other times and that I just never responded, and so he's just stopped texting me, and he's been afraid to call and text me. But anyways, I didn't receive any messages nor calls, so whatever. Huh? Huh?
These things there is all right to eat.
What is that?
Icicle.
Is it icicle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why them so Bring them back up so yeah.
Because they've been in there for a while, but they're still good.
What is it?
I said they're still good.
Cashew there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. I'm doing a video for YouTube, Grandma.
You bring a what?
A video.
For me too?
No, not for you.
Oh. To give me and me like
No, not to give you, Grandma.
oh. Okay, baby. What time say that come 10 o'clock?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's it.
Alright. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this video short too, because it's kind of long. So, part 3.